Welcome back guys, Diamond0 here, and today we are back in a very special update video, because 1.9, that's right, is finally out. Minecraft 1.9 was released earlier today, which means it's no longer in development, and it's available for us all to play, which is great, because I reckon this is my favourite update so far. And I'm going to do a quick, brief update video, and try and explain as quickly as I can everything that's been added. This is basically if you don't want to check out the other update videos on my channel, or if you just completely forgot, like I did. So first of all, we've got these icons on the top, left-hand side on the top of the world. You can edit these, and these will show you a little glimpse of the world. And if we head on in, let me clear my inventory. I think that's everything we need. Game mode, survival, game rule. Oops. Game rule. Let's keep inventory on. There we go. And while we're here, we might as well start with the command blocks. Now, first of all, probably should have stated this, but let's head back into game mode C. There we go. Command blocks. They've been changed. There are three types of command blocks. There are chain, repeat, and impulse, which are the normal ones. And they have conditional options now. That means that they will only activate if the one behind them has activated. And you can set these so that they need redstone or that they're always active. So let's get rid of that. Go back into game mode. Oops, game mode S. Here we go. Loot tables. A loot table system was introduced in 1.9, and this means that the drops that you get from mobs or blocks or chests are affected by data, not preset items. And this means that mod makers or map makers can create their own drops for mods. So, why am I saying mods? Maps. So if you want a mob or a chest to drop certain items, you would edit the loot table. And what we've got here, you'll see that going there. We have a chest that is set up to the chests in the end city. So there we go. I love these chests. These are absolutely amazing. That's not a very good one. Okay, moving on, we have the lack effect. This was added in 1.9, and it has this little icon, lack, which is also something they added in 1.9. This icon here now appears on the left-hand side of your GUI, and on the top right-hand corner of your HUD. And what does lack do? It does pretty much nothing. Apparently, the only thing it affects is fishing, and that hasn't been tested very much. If you do want to see some tests, I suggest you check out Asuma's channel. He's got some really good myth-busting videos on the 1.9 updates, but at the moment, there's no point to it at the moment. Text. JSON files were slightly changed in the update. They're way harder to write now. The reason is, if I hop back into game mode C, you have to add quotes to certain phrases now. This wasn't required in 1.8. It is required for all JSON files now. Not sure why they changed that. It's kind of annoying. And if you want to learn about JSON files, I suggest that you check out the previous JSON files in the 1.8, 1.7, etc. before trying to attempt these. Next we have horses. Now these are the skeletal horses, and I might actually do them later, because we've got a whole load of stuff to do over here. So, purple blocks. Actually, let's turn you guys off, because you are super annoying. There we go. Be quiet. Okay. We have purple blocks. These are blocks from the end city. You craft them using chorus fruit. That's the normal purple block. This is the pillar purple block. This is the stair purple block, and these are the slabs. And this is the second new block, which is the end brick block. This, I believe, is crafted from normal end stone. Okay, so dragon heads. That was another thing added. They're like a normal mob head. Oops. Well, you can wear them. There you go. They look kind of weird. A bit too big. And they move if you put them on redstone, which I haven't done. So, two new enchantments. Frost Water and Mending, and if we actually go back into game mode to see, and I'll get an anvil, I'll show you what these do, because these are pretty special. And I actually like these enchantments. So let's take these. First of all, let's show you Frost Water. Oh, there we go. Frost Water. Fairly simple. It does something special. You might have known this if you've seen any of the update videos, but Frost Water will turn water into frosted ice, which is also a new block. And this allows you to walk over water. And you'll see this is pretty useful if you want to move across oceans or rivers, or if you're on a PvP world and you don't want to get caught stuck in water. Now the special thing about frosted ice, as you'll see here, is that it breaks up after a while, so it won't stay there forever. Also to note, the frosted ice doesn't work if you jump. That's because it only freezes the block below you, and when you jump, there's air between you, so it can't freeze. So, the next enchantment, which we should add now, is Mending. And what does Mending do? Very simple. It actually mends your items. And it does this using XP. And we haven't got any damage, so if I TP... There we go. Take a bit of fall damage. It didn't harm my boots at all. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, okay. I didn't mean to that. And we are... Oh, we're over here. Okay, still didn't break them. Okay, this is kind of embarrassing now. But what Mending will do is actually... Let's hop into Creative, grab a pick. Where are picks? There they are. And Mending. There we go. And you'll see, if we go destroy some blocks, we now have a durability of, let's see, there we go. Oh, okay, it's not showing up. That's interesting. Oh, I've turned it off, sorry, that's why. Yeah, there we go. We have a durability of 1554. So this tool has been slightly used. Now, what Mending will do is it will use XP to mend your tool. So we have 1554, and you'll see it's instantly mended. That was just from a couple of bottles. And instead of collecting XP on your HUD, the XP goes towards your tool, which means tools will never break as long as you have that enchantment. Now moving on, we have some weapons here, and weapons now have a speed, and this speed determines how often you can click. The higher the speed, the more often. You'll also see there is a damage. This is again depending on how quickly, and you'll see there's a little cooldown to the left, not the left, the right of the hunter there. You'll see that the axe is a lot slower. That's because it has the smaller attack speed. I'm not sure why that's backwards. It really should be the other way around, but that's the way they've done it. And you cannot see a thing with this snow. There we go. And while I'm here, offhand, you can now dual wield in Minecraft, which is really nice. So you can, oh, there we go, hold two tools or blocks at once, which is quite a nice addition. And this allows you to do this. You can place with your left. If you right click with your mouse, mine is set to right click, you can place. If you left click, you destroy with the other item. And this is really neat, especially when you use the next item, which are, there we go, shields. Shields act like blocking. You can no longer block, but you can use shields to basically block, the same way that you used to with swords. So you can charge up on a person like this, and then when they're attacking you, block the shield. That's what the offhand is for. Or, if you want to do it the other way, you can shield and fight with the same hand. So, let's get rid of these. arrows. New arrows were introduced, and these arrows use potion effects. They actually have status effects on them, and I cannot remember for the life of me how you get those effects. It's pretty much changed every update. I think you have to use a lingering potion for this version. But what you basically do is these arrows will apply an effect to whichever mob you hit. I've killed him, didn't mean to kill him. I'll have to get those guys back now. But, spectral arrows, if we go into offhand, it will actually prioritize these arrows. So it will prioritize whichever one is set to the leftmost hotbar item. So let's summon... Where are we? Give us... Oh, that's another thing they added. Ender Dragons no longer have an AI when you summon them. So, he isn't affected by it, which is kind of annoying. Here we go, zombie. There you go. And, if we switch back, it will now use these arrows. There we go, he's dead. Okay. Ender Dragon, you can stay there. Right, that's those arrows done. What else? Yes, what's so special about this, you ask? Not a lot, except a new block was introduced. The grass path. This is a block that's used instead of gravel as the villager pathways in Potted Edition, and hopefully they're going to add that to 1.10. But this is basically a block that makes your garden look nice. It's a little shorter than the grass block, and all you do is right-click with the shovel. That's it for that chest. What do we have in here? New items. The Elytra. And let's actually grab all of these. The Elytra is basically Minecraft's version of the Hang Glider. And you equip it in the chest slot. And what it allows you to do is, as you saw, glide. All you have to do is begin to fall, jump, and then hold down space, and you can actually go pretty far. If we actually TP ourselves, there we go, you can actually get a pretty far distance from this. Coming in, here we go, try and land in, oh, almost so close. And let's actually eat this. What is this I'm eating? It's a beetroot. And it's not very good. But this was another item from Pocket Edition that they've added. Same as Pocket Edition, you can use it to craft dye, you can use it in a soup. And you can get beetroot seeds from chests or the End City chests. Chorus plant. This is a new plant that's been added. It won't go on grass. Let's hop into creative and grab some endstone, because you do need endstone to grow it. It simply looks like this. It grows over time, I believe. Actually, I'm not sure if it even grows in the overworld at all. But when you destroy it, you get these little guys. Chorus fruit, which you can eat by cooking it. Here's a flower. The flowers, I believe, actually give more. Not sure. But you can smelt these to get... Where are we? Popped chorus fruit. Let's actually grab a stack. You can eat this, but you can also, if we go back into survival, craft it to get the purple blocks. You'll see there. There we go. And I believe that's it. Boats. Yes. Sorry. Boats have had a remakeover. Again, they've been changed to the Pocket Edition version. You can see 2 people in them. They have oars, as you can see, and they're a lot speedier when it comes to turning corners. You can actually choose which way to turn. It's super fast and really quick on the acceleration. Much better than the old boats. Doesn't break when you ram. See? And it's meant to drop you on solid blocks when you get out, which is a nice feature. So, Brewing. Should have done this first, really. Brewing has done a major overhaul, and I'll show you why in a sec. Let's grab these potions. I didn't mean to do that. But ruined sands now require blaze powder to work. They need it as a fuel source. Let's get rid of the weather. Here we go. So that goes in that slot there. That will fill up. And let's grab some potions, splash potions, because we can use this item, Dragon's Breath, which is collected by clicking the acid drops when the Ender Dragon fights you, which is a new item it's added. Acid charges or acid drops, I don't know what the name are. They're from the console edition, and it's been added to the Ender Dragon's fight. The Ender Dragon fight is a lot harder now. It's been changed to the console edition also. So you have iron bars around 2 of the towers, and the Ender Dragon has a new AI. But what you can do with this is create a new kind of potion. So let's actually go time set day. There we go. Lingering potions. And lingering potions are a special type of splash potion. The reason is when you throw them, it lingers about, and any mob that walks through that area will receive the potion. So we've got weakness now. That wasn't a very good one to choose. But we can splash these, and you can get mobs or enemies that you're fighting, and no matter where they are, they will be hit by this effect. We've got slowness and weakness now. And I believe that's it for brewing. Right, luck, you saw luck before. It does have a potion. You cannot brew it, I believe. But it will give us the luck effect. There is a bad luck effect. I couldn't work out how to spawn it. And end crystals. Now this is where the skeletal horses will come in. We'll actually get to them in a sec. Beacons. Beacons can now be used by hoppers. I just thought I would add that in. Not sure how you use it. It may actually be the other way around. But you can use them with hoppers. No idea how you do that. But that's what I've heard. Now, what I was going to say here is that zombie villages actually have a new texture. And if we hop back into creative, let's grab some zombies. And we'll see if we can get a zombie villager. Actually, I don't think we are, and I know where we can find one. Because this, which you may have noticed, is a new structure. This is the igloo. It spawns in the snow biome, like this one here. And it's a nice little structure for 2 reasons. First of all, it's a nice starting structure. It's got a furnace. Could have used that. Crafting table and a bed. Nice little first player items. But there is a secret. And here we go. If we destroy that carpet there, there's the trapdoor. Still going down. Come on, come on. Here we go. To a new little dungeon. And this dungeon is hidden beneath the igloo. Not every igloo has a dungeon. I think it's a 1 in 2 chance. But in this dungeon you have a weakness potion. And a golden apple. Always a golden apple and a weakness potion. Let's actually grab these. And then why is that, you ask? Well, there's a zombie villager in here. And you can turn them into this guy. Hello, sir. You're a cleric. And this is the new zombie villager texture. Their clothes now reflect what their possession used to be. So let's splash you. Give you that. And he will begin to change over time. And that will give you 2 nice little clerics for your own village. Now if we head back up, I can show you the end crystals. End crystals were a new block. Well, not a new block actually, a new item added. The block already existed, and this is the end crystal that you'll find in the end, when you're fighting the Ender Dragon over there. You'll recognise these guys, and it's not going to let me place it down because you need bedrock to place them. So let's... There we go, that's what it looks like. It looks like the normal end crystal, but without the base. And just like the normal end crystal, it will blow up if you punch it. And these are used to respawn the Ender Dragon. That's right, you can now respawn the Ender Dragon and have the fight multiple times. And how do you get these, you ask? Well, this is where skeletal horses come in. Now, when it's raining and there's a thunderstorm and lightning strikes, there's a small chance that skeletal horses are spawned when lightning strikes. And there's an even smaller chance that those skeletal horses are trapped horses. Yep, thank you for the theatrical effects there. When you go near a trapped horse, these guys will spawn. These are skeletal riders. They're 4 skeletons wearing protected helmets and protected bows on a skeletal horse. New sounds, actually. What am I doing? Sword. Those are new sounds for the horses as well. And when we kill these guys, there's a chance that they will drop an end crystal. So... Wow, I am really stupid today. I thought you could drop those from skeletal horses. You can't. That was only in one of the snapshots. They removed that. You can actually craft end crystals. And you do that using this recipe, glass, eye ender, and gas tears. So they're actually cheaper than I thought. But skeletal horses do spawn in the wild. They only drop bones, which is a shame. But I reckon they're pretty cool. And it's finally been added into vanilla. Now, the last thing that we have to do here is go into the end. And I'm going to mention this. I believe that there is a bug that the end portal frames do not work in 1.9. I've tried every combination of placing Eye of Enders that I can, and the portal will not spawn. I don't know why. I don't know if they're going to fix that, if it's a bug with my computer, but I've had to use commands to create this block. And if we head on in, we find ourselves at this very nice end, but we're not here for the end battle, we're here for this little guy. And this is a teleporter, and this teleporter will send you to the end city. What you have to do is grab some ender pearls, shoot into that block, and it will send you to the new end. This is the new end. This is where you get chorus fruit, and well, lots of endstone if you want it. And this is... I don't believe it's a biome, I don't believe it has an official biome, but this is a new area you can visit. This generates randomly, like the normal generation for terrain, and it goes on for pretty much infinite, just like the normal Minecraft world. And this is where you find these guys. These are end cities. This is a new structure that was added. They're also end ships. I don't think we're going to find one today, they're pretty rare. But this is the new type of dungeon you can find. It has all the new blocks, banners, end rods, which is another block I didn't talk about, and these guys, shulkers. This was the new mob added into 1.9. Shulkers are found in the end cities, and they look like this. There you go. Hello. Hello, little guy. You don't come out? There you are. And these guys will shoot you, basically. And their projectile is a little bit special. The reason is it gives you another status effect. It gives you levitation, which actually causes you to float. So if we go into game mode survival, there you go, he's going to shoot us. These are the projectiles. You can punch these. Oh, he's dead now. Come on. They do a fair bit of damage, but they give us levitation, which allows us to float. Well, we think, what's the point of that? Well, it has a pretty special effect. And the reason that these are so tall, when the levitation runs out, you're gonna fall to your doom. Which is pretty annoying when you're attempting to pass these parkour tests. So, I see you. Another 8 seconds of levitation. Get back, get back, get back. More levit... Oh, come on. Oh, you. I haven't got anything to fight you, but that's pretty much it for the 1.9 update. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want more information on the updates, you should check out my previous snapshot videos when the snapshots were released. But that's all you need to know about the 1.9 update. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more Minecraft videos, check out my Minecraft videos and map planes on the channel. Please subscribe and stay tuned.